hey, man, I'll tell you what, we're set to go here. Canandaigua going left to right, Schroeder going right to left, and Canandaigua is going to pick up the first face-off. I'm just doing a little bit of late housekeeping here. So Canandaigua, Alvaney, going to go to Drew Willoughby. So, like I said, it's only going to take a game or two to figure out who everybody is here on the Braves, even if they are wearing those jerseys that my blind self cannot see. Jackson Grant, one of the three with the Hattie. Kind of ironic. Things happen in threes. A lot of people say in twos. I've always been it happens in threes guys. As a public speaker speaking and writing, you do everything in threes, no doubt. Here is Willoughby working the X behind. Now goal line extended comes up. He was loaded to take that right-hander from the shoulder, but he lost the handle. It's going to be picked up by Schroeder. And Elliot Morgan is going to unceremoniously knock that dude down. Ball comes loose. Jackson Grant picks it up just short of midfield, and Canandaigua with another opportunity to draw first blood. Canandaigua wearing white tops, light silver numbers, with some piping. Here's a runner for Elliot Morgan with the right hand from about 10 yards up, and it didn't have a prayer. Not a wing or a prayer on that one. I'm telling you, I was reading an article about why shooters take those running, almost sidearms, because they're never on frame. I've never seen a runner that comes from that angle on frame. You know what I'm saying? But ball up top, or I should say at the goal line with Sheridan. He goes to Willoughby, and they're going to swing it all the way back up top. Here comes shot from the left-hand side. I believe that was Elliot Morgan. And, folks, when I'm talking about left and right, I mean as if you're a player facing the goal, not a goalie looking out at the players unless otherwise noted. So Sheridan on the right alley. He's going to go down to Alvaney, who swings it over to X. I was going to say what kind of defense they're playing here. Looks like a matchup defense. Geneva played zone the whole game. Turnaround, Willoughby, no good. Did not have a great angle, though, and the rebound is going to be picked up by, I believe, who is that, 22? I believe that's going to be Nate Sheridan. So Nate Sheridan is going to knock down his first goal of the season, and it's going to come off the rebound, and it's going to happen at 9:51. All right, so Canandaigua draws first blood at 9:51 left to play here in the first. Here's the face-off, and it is going to be won by Canandaigua. Now, numbers-wise, Geneva did control the face-off circle against Canandaigua, but Canandaigua's defense and having Meat Fayola in between the pipes. Usually, you look at a number and you see more face-offs for a team. As Jackson Grant comes down the left tail, he turns, takes it with the right hand, and I'm not quite sure if Burns got a piece of that or not, but it goes over the crossbar and it goes out of bounds, and as Canandaigua was closest to it when it went out of bounds after the shot, they are going to retain possession and get another opportunity to score. And I'll tell you, that's one thing Webster Schroeder has got to do. They've got to limit Canandaigua's opportunities. They got to keep them from being able to get second and third chances. Ball up top now right here in the slot with Dom Galassi. He's got an assist, the sophomore. Lets the right-hander go, and he might as well have just sent an email to Burns on that one. Burns goes down to one knee, gets the bouncer, and two passes. Successful clear for Schroeder. So we have we've seen Burns get tested a couple times. They haven't put the one up on the board. Greg, is that did they wave that goal off or something? Willoughby with the pass. They're not going to wave that one off, that's for sure. Great ball movement. And Drew Willoughby with the feed goes cross island, and I believe trying to see who that was. Was that Sheridan again? I believe that was Sheridan again. So Sheridan again for Canandaigua. Now with two. I've got to put that up there. There we go. Got that. 2-0-0. Canandaigua. This one happens at 8 29 to make the score 2-0. And again, that was Sheridan from, I believe, Willamie again, wasn't it? Wasn't that from Willamie again? There we go. Now it's up on the board. Now it's official. Now it's board official, and they are going to award that face-off to Canandaigua, who is now 3-0 on the face-off at the big CA in the middle of the field, that big Cherry CA. Nate Sheridan. Yep, so Willamie again with the apple, which is hockey speak for assist. Open your horizons, people. Broaden your horizons. 7:55 left to play. Canandaigua jumping out to the quick 2-0 lead. Here is Connor McKenna, not Casey Spazman, Connor McKenna. Sorry, Connor. I apologize. 7:35. Nice face dodge there by Giuseppe. Comes back over here to the right alley to McKenna, who's going to run it down along the hash marks and go to the X behind to Willamie. Willamie is drawing a lot of attention from Cam Thompson, the senior defender. A lot of attention. But Willamie, he doesn't demand it. He commands it. He commands attention. Don't demand respect. Command respect. You know what I'm saying? Demand is words. Command is actions. Here we go. 7:05. You liked that one, didn't you, Greg? Elliot Morgan comes down, tries to feed across to a charging Sheridan, but Sheridan can't handle it. And ball is going to go to Schroeder. Going to be brought up by Nick. I'm going to go with Hauman. Hauman. He's the only one I didn't check, but he's going to bring it across. He's got 6 goals and 4 assists for 10 points, does the senior. Schroeder, first time with the ball in their end. Goal line extended. Great defense by Canandaigua, sealing off the edge. Yard sale on the turf, number 26, Colton Eugene. He's got a couple goals on the season. The junior, he just lost his stick, and Canandaigua's going to come away with it, bringing it across, is my dude, Eric Platten. Going to go to Yale to play men's lacrosse. And a lot of people give me crap because I tell people don't call high school sports men and women's. That's college. High school is boys and girls. I know you don't like it, but they are young men and young women. But that's what separates, at least in terms of reporting and following and communications. That's what separates high school from the college. You know what I mean, Greg? You always, what's that? Do you always wear glasses?
I'm on and off of them.
Okay, all right. I hear you there, dude. It's anyway. Ball behind the X, and tried to do the swim dodge. Didn't work for McKenna, and he's going to lose the ball, and it's going to end up in the cross of Schroeder, and they go cross field, and unable to run it down with the long pole is Nick Giuliano. Giuliano, the junior, is good, and you know what, Schroeder, nobody can turn the ball over as many times as they already have this early on. You can't turn the ball over against a team, a Devon York coach team, that is, adept at taking advantage of opportunities. Here's Jackson Grant down the slot. I called him Mitch Pfeiffer-esque left-hander. Great save by Casey Burns, the sophomore. I was calling Jackson Grant and Elliot Morgan Mitch Pfeiffer-esque. He went and knocked down a couple for Richmond as they knocked off the number four team in the country, I believe, Virginia. Was it 2? Okay. But knocked off Virginia.
Very high ranks.
Absolutely. That was a very high-quality win. That's one of those wins where if you're at the end of the year going, we got to consider their schedule, you go, hey, they lost to Richmond. They got upset. But Richmond isn't a bad team either. So, Richmond. Oh, loose ball on the carpet, out of the cross of Hauman, the senior. And we got some flags down, 2 of them. Somebody is going to the sin bin. There's Reed Emerson, the tank, running off. Let's see who it is that's going into the sin bin. I see a long pole going over there. A lot of times in this situation, it's that long pole. I didn't see the did you see the signal, the hand signal?
Maybe a whole 30-second. No, 1 minute.
It's a 30. Oh, no, it's going to be a 1 minute. I think it. I could have called a slash. I thought I heard Mark call a slash, but it's Mason Bolster. It's Mason Bolster for Canandaigua. Mason Bolster with the first flag of the evening for a minute, down to 45 now. Schroeder trailing 2-0. Nice job by Tyler Gould, the senior, to climb the ladder to pull that down. Working around the inside just like a zone defense. Here is a sidearm shot put down by Schroeder's Colton Eugene, looking for his third on the season for the junior. And as I said earlier, if you're closest to it, that was not a good angle, and that was a laser, though, by Howman. That was coming, and I believe Fayola got a piece of that. But, man, that thing was coming. Webster trying to get as many shots in as they can. Here's another one. Fayola turns it away. Rebound comes out to the initial shooter. Now it's going to get loose on the island, and it's going to roll right in to Meats control. And Meats going to go over to the far side. And that's you don't need to look at that number to tell who that is. Brady Camella brings it up, gets it down on the left alley, down to Sheridan, and Canandaigua gets it down to where they have to, and unable to score on that emo opportunity are the Schroeder Warriors. And that will not bode well for Webster Schroeder if they are unable to capitalize on any opportunities that Canandaigua gives them during the course of this game. So Schroeder, blue tops, gold numbers, running shot put down by, I believe, the sophomore Braden Giuseppe. Gio. 2:40 left to play. Grant is going to bring it up. He's going to bring it up for Dom Galassi. Oh, no, he keeps it in the right alley. I broke the cardinal rule. I talked before I looked. Ball over there with Gio. Leads in, splits defenders, loses the handle, picked up by Hellman, and here comes Schroeder in transition with 2:20 left to play in the first, trailing 2-0. Bringing it down the alley is DeRosa. Out in front, but deflected and knocked down by Brady Camella. And here comes Canandaigua in transition themselves. So Schroeder comes up empty-handed. They pass it down out in front, right out, almost on the island to Alvaney. Did Morgan, but Morgan is going to end up with the loose ball as it is. He's going to look to wrap around, but nice slide. Nice defensive slide by Cam Thompson to put the double team on Morgan right there at the hash marks to force Canandaigua to end up walking it back up top to set back up and see what they can bring on. McKenna is in at the point. Alvaney down to Willamie behind over to the GLE on the far side. And that will share it, and he comes back over to Willamie and up top, and it's going to be intercepted by the long pole. Intercepted by 2-3, Drew Pagano, the junior. So let's see if Schroeder, they do clear successfully. I mean, that's a 40-yard pass there from Burns to get it up to midfield to Tyler Gould, the senior. Let's see if Schroeder can take advantage and get a good look here at Fayola. They've gotten one, or they put a couple on frame, but Fayola's been able to turn those away. 50 seconds left to play here in the first. A very quick first on. They're just going to toss it away way over the head of Howman, and it's going to be picked up over on the far side by Sheridan. He's going to bring it down the left alley, but he's going to back out and give Canandaigua an opportunity to get the personnel they want in with the final 30 seconds to try and add to their 2-goal lead here at the end of the first. Galassi up top. He's got an assist on the season, does a sophomore. Now they give it off to, I believe, Grant. He's at the 45-yard line. 15 seconds left to play. He's got happy feet. He's going to try to put the dodge on Pagano, and he does go left. He passes off to the GLE. 7. Trying to find somebody out front. Nobody up there. 4. Grant. Face dodge, lets it go, and it's going to be turned away by Burns just as time runs out on the first quarter. So after the first quarter, at the end, Canandaigua up 2-0 in the first quarter. So here's the face-off. We've got the second underway, and this one is going to be awarded to Schroeder. So Schroeder is going to pick up their first first face-off win on the night, trailing 2-0. Now shooting on the southern goal. Blue shirts, light gold numbers, same lids, white shorts. Canandaigua trying out new red shorts, I believe. Isn't this a new setup? Oh, nice defense. Nice defense by the big man, the Bulldog, Eric Platten, on the takeaway. Brings it down the middle, but nice trail check. He gets checked from behind and loses the ball, and it comes right back to Schroeder. So nice tenacity there by not only Eric Platten to make that play, but I'm calling him the Bulldog because he's going to Yale to play men's lacrosse, and you got to be a man to play up there with those kind of guys, man. Even if it's just in practice, because as a rookie he's going to get beat up pretty good. But I'll tell you what, Eric Platten is one dude who can take it. GLE with Schroeder. Morgan defending DeRosa, so DeRosa gives it up at the X. Now they bring it up to the GLE, turns and spins, and Nate Schilling is going to get run down into the corner, and he's going to come back up to Hammond and right alley, and they're going to swing it back up top and reset. I'll tell you, if any conversation about Canandaigua lacrosse always has to start with the defense. And speaking of which, just like that, they're mugging dudes. Loose ball is going to be picked up, though, by Schroeder. So the back man was able to run that down and pick it up. Nate Schilling, 5 goals on the season for the sophomore. Some youth on this Schroeder Warriors team. Oh, Brady Camella got beat there by Nick Howman, and Howman let it go, but he was on the right-hand side, did not have the angle, took it right-handed, and it went off the upright. It went up the opposite upright. If he took that shot left-handed, Greg, he would have had a much better chance to find that open spot that he was trying to get with the right hand. Just did not have the angle, and the opportunity just was not there. So Canandaigua, that is their hardest clear yet, but they do get it across. Mason Bolster, the senior defender, on the long pole. And I'll tell you what, I'm not saying this just because his dad is standing 5 feet away from me. Joey Urlacher, one of the most sure-stick long pole defenders on the clear that I've ever seen. If there's one guy that I want having the ball to get a clear that isn't Eric Platten, I want Joey the Nightmare Urlacher to be doing it. Is he starting at St. John?
He's playing a lot.
Okay, hey, that's all. He's a sophomore, right?
Yep.
Yeah, sophomore at St. John Fisher College. Also known as Canandaigua Jr. 9 minutes left to play here in the first half. Second quarter, once again, brought to you by Patty's Place Steiner. 130 years, dude. 130 years. They also sponsor, as I said, the Canandaigua Boys Lacrosse Boosters. You can always follow us on all of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Canandaigua pass out in the front is great. It's good. Jackson Grant to Drew Willamy. Willamy with his first on the night. Jackson Grant with a nice feed. And just like that, Canandaigua's going to knock one down and take a 3-0 lead with 8:40 left to play in the second quarter. Brought to you by Patty's Place. All right, so back at it. McRoby for Canandaigua. For Webster Schroeder, Nick Tuminelli, the senior, and that one's awarded to Canandaigua. Now up 4-1 on the face-off aspect of the game. You've got to you got to work harder on the face-off. If you're getting beat on it, you either got to. Usually when a guy is getting beat that bad and he stays in, that's going to make that defense work that much harder, and that defense is going to run into attrition issues. Nice one-handed pass down to Willamy. Willamy was trying to act like that was a shot. You see Willamy trying to, ref, that was a shot. That wasn't a shot, Drew, but good try. Good try, Drew. No doubt. Yeah, veteran move, no doubt. And he's what, a sophomore? He's a freshman. Yep. Yeah, oversight on my part to not catch him scoring his first goal, but there was a whole lot going on that game. And anyway, ball down with Schilling once again. He's, as I said, has 5. It's not like these guys can't score. They score 11 a game. There's no doubt. Just today, they've run up against a really good defense. Really good defense at Canandaigua Braves. Very defensive-oriented. And all these defensive players want to play defense. They want to rob that offensive player of the glory. Here's a turnaround shot. Nice feed by DeRosa into the paint. Nice job getting it out. A little short of the island, but he did get it inside to Steve Rudlinski. And no, that wasn't was that 19? That was Schilling. But it goes wide right. But Schroeder was closest to the ball when it went out of bounds after the shot. And as I've said before, I'll say it again, that's a body part. When you see him putting the stick out, they don't count the stick. It doesn't start till the hand gets to the line. It's always the body part, not the stick. At least that's what I've been told by every official who's I've ever asked about it. So I like the all-black old school cleats over there on the side. Nice poke check, and trying to pick it back up is Camella. That's not one dude I want messing with me. Oh, and a behind-the-back shot. A behind-the-back hot dogger from Brady Ruffalo, trying to get the around-the-world 5th goal on the season. But as it is, it's I think it might have got piece of the upright. Not sure, but sometimes just take the shot. Wow, it got knocked down by Camella, I believe. Hard shot taken. Man, I'll tell you what, Colton Eugene the junior pulled the trigger hard on that. 6 minutes left to go. Turn around, lost the handle. Did Ruffalo with those old school all black low cuts. Now, if those were ankle tops, if those were ankle highs, that would look even more better. More better. Is that a statement? But anyway, timeout. Stops the action with 5:57 left to play. And you are listening to Canandaigua Boys Lacrosse here on the home for high school sports, Chosen Spot Radio. Timeout.
This water break brought to you by our friends the Pond Guys at Clearly Aquatics. Water gardens, fountains, ponds, and oh so much more. Let the Pond Guys at Clearly Aquatics transform your property. Call Sean and Dave at 585-657-7679 or check them out online at clearlyaquatics.com and see their full list of services. Fast, friendly, and courteous. Clearly Aquatics.
Hey, this is Joey Urlacher, number 11, Canandaigua football, and you're listening to Chosen Spot Radio.
All right, Greg, I just played Joey's spot from when he was playing football. Joey Urlacher, number 11, Canandaigua football, and you listen to yeah, we'll call that vintage, you know what I mean? 5:57 left to play coming out of that timeout. Brought to you by the Pond Guys at Clearly Aquatics. Absolutely, and once again, Canandaigua Boosters would like to thank their sponsors, Brian Root Orthodontics, Finger Lakes Dental. Also want to thank everybody for joining us on the simulcast on the Canandaigua City School District YouTube channel, Eric's Office, Green Front Restaurant for Recycling, Innovative Solutions, Paris Kerwin, Patty's Place, Sega Marine, and Freedom Boat Club. I'll tell you what, folks, I'm putting out an invitation. Anybody wants to join me at Patty's Place tomorrow for breakfast, I'll be there. Let's go 8 o'clock, Greg. I'm going to be at Patty's Place tomorrow at 33 South Main Street, where they've been in business in one form or another, one name or another for 130 years. Somebody come out and buy me breakfast at 8 o'clock. All right. Yeah, but by the way, I will be there. But I'll buy my own if I have to. But I'm just saying, let's all go to breakfast. Let's go to Patty's Place. Let's support the people that support Canandaigua Athletics and Chosen Spot Radio sportscasts thereof. Canandaigua with the ball. They win the face-off, bro? No, that was a timeout. Never mind. That was a timeout. Okay. Yep. All right, I've been doing good. Don't go backwards, Spaz man. Don't go backwards. All right, so the girls will be right back here tomorrow when they take on Schroeder, 2-0 after beating Thomas, and then beat Our Lady of Mercy yesterday. I was going to broadcast that game as Canandaigua has the ball at the X behind. Left-hander, now goes right, brings it up, GLE, passes it out front, Jackson Grant pulls the trigger, he let it go. I don't know, Greg, I think he had a few more feet, he could have stepped down, but once he got that ball, he was going Mitch Pfeiffer and letting it go. Mitch, you know I love you, dude. You know I love you, Spider, and that's all, it's all out of love, dude. It's all out of love. But he reminds me so much of you, I have no choice. I mean, same number, huh? I believe the same number. I believe Pfeiffer used to wear 3 as well. 4:20 left to play here in a smoking hot game for Canandaigua, leading 3-0. You would think it'd be more, but I'll tell you what, Burns, he's turned some away, and Canandaigua having a little bit of difficulty putting it on frame. There's one right there. Elliot Morgan got around the defense of Jack Stampone and tried to let it go. And that ball said, no, I'm going to go on break, and ended up going all the way over to the far corner. And Wilhelmina, that was a shot, so it does count. If it was a pass, I'd hate to be the one. Look at Jeff wearing those old, what are those, Birkenstocks? Yeah. Birkenstocks. It's too cold to be wearing Birkenstocks, Jeff. 3:50 left to play here in the first half. Oh, and a running shot put down by, was that Morgan again? Yeah, there isn't a shot that dude doesn't like. But I will say, comparatively speaking, he does work a little harder, does Elliott, to get a little closer, to get a better shot. Whereas Jackson says, dude, I'm pulling the trigger when I can. Not that he doesn't, he's adverse to working hard, but Morgan passes it down to Wilhelmy. Wilhelmy up top to Grant. Grant tries to make space. Turns, face dodges, lets it go, and gets it off at a bounce. So Jackson Grant, speaking of working hard, just worked very diligently to be able to get that shot off. Couple face dodges, ended up knocking it down. Canandaigua now leads 4-0 with 3:24 left to play in the first half. All right, so Jackson Grant had the ball up top in the slot, just worked hard, tried to, face dodge, didn't work, face dodge, back spin, finally let it rip, got the laser to hit under the crossbar, and Canandaigua is going to win this face-off as well. So Canandaigua now up 5-1. I've got my tally, and Luke McCroby doing a great job. We're going to get over to Dom Galassi, and speaking of the name Galassi, too much time?
Yeah, I guess so.
Too much time there. Or is that a timeout? Nope, not a timeout. That's definitely personnel switch. Too much time. Failure to advance the ball by Canandaigua, and turnover. And let's see if Schroeder can get rid of that bagel on the board here with 2:55 left to play in the first half. Second quarter brought to you by Patty's Diner. We'll see you, Patty's Place, tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Yeah, buddy. Mrs. Spazman, if you're listening, take the day off. I'll take you out for breakfast. Or anybody shows up, they'll take you out for breakfast. 2:30 left to play. Schroeder doing the best they can to get a good look, but that Canandaigua defense, here it is. Here's a good shot off the bouncer by Tyler Gould. He's got 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points, 1 and 2 for 3. 2:25. Doesn't look like anybody got a piece, just went over the crossbar and out of bounds. But Schroeder right there to retain possession. Don't forget at halftime, spotlight on a local college men's lacrosse team. And today, I'm going to talk about the Tigers of RIT, the Rochester Institute of Technology. Here's a turnaround shot. Looks like it got a piece of the upright there by Nick Howman, looking for his 7th on the season. It's going to go out of bounds way over on the far side, right under the flagpole, which isn't moving. We have a little bit of a breeze up here. The window's open, but I don't see that flag moving a whole lot. Howman's going to bring it in. 1:45 left to play here in the first. He draws the attention of Mason Bolster. Some of the names, not that familiar, not names that we've heard, but they're out there doing their thing. Brady Camella, he's one of the team captains. We all know that name. Domcom. His brother Dominic loses his footing and is going to end up losing the ball, and the ball will go to Canandaigua. Camella originally committed to play football for U of R. Then decided he didn't want to be away from Sammy B. So he ended up playing. He's playing midi for RIT. Camella brings it across. Reed Emerson. Those are two guys I would not want to be Malachi crunched by. No question about that. So Canandaigua with the ball over on the far side with Alvaney is going to call timeout. So Canandaigua is going to burn one with 59.1 seconds left to play. $50 seconds. Canandaigua off the timeout. Left-hander let go by Alvaney. Alvaney let one go. He got one on Saturday. He's got 1 and 1 for 2. 1 goal, 1 apple for 2 points. Final 45 here in the first half. Second quarter brought to you by Patty's Place. Going down, nice defense. Really nice defense on Braden Giuseppe. Giuseppe trying to walk it down, let the right-hander go. And what do we have, another timeout? Yep, another timeout. Stoppage in play at 32.7 left to play. Coming out of that timeout with 32.7 left to play. Let's see if Schroeder can clear successfully and get it across in the final 30 seconds, and they do. 2 passes, 1 laterally, 1 up the field. Now we're going to go downfield, and we're going to go with DeRosa, who's going to go back, and it looks like they're going to go to Howman over here on the right alley. 14, 13, 12. Oh, great check there by Elliot Morgan. So Elliot Morgan comes. Is that Elliot? Am I reading it right, or is that Tucker Bickle?
I'm not sure.
Is that a 35 or a 25? Kobe, he's going to win that face-off, and he's going to try and go unassisted and pulls the trigger, running down the slot, coming down Main Street. But that runner the runners are always off. Wasn't on frame, but Canandaigua retains possession. And now we're to the point where there's certain areas of the field where it's really difficult to see those jerseys. Even more than it was before. Let's see. Where are we at? Over here on the near side. Ball is going to roll and go out of bounds. Alvaney tries to run it down, but it's going to go to Schroeder, and it's going to come up with Giuliano, the long stick junior. 11-11. Make a wish if you believe in that thing. Man, really nice clear by Burns up here to Bryce Olson, the senior. He's got a goal. Ball in the right alley now with Schroeder right at the 30-yard line, right along the numbers. So Schroeder right down Main Street, left hand. Nice switch on defense there. Brady Camella picks up Tyler Gould, and Gould is going to get rid of it. I would too. I've said it before. I wouldn't want Brady Camella breathing down my neck. And him and Dom's younger brother is taller, and here's a left-handed shot, and it's good, and Schroeder is on the board. I think Meat was screened out on that one, didn't know where it was until it got too late. But nice job there by, I believe, was that 19, Greg? I believe that was Nate Schilling. Yep, so it was Nate Schilling. He's going to get his 6th on the season, and it comes at 10:29 to make the score 4-1. So there's the bagel. The bagel is gone. You baby steps. You know, chop away. They were packing the paint. That island had a whole bunch of tourists on it, and I believe Meat may have been screened out on that one. But the face-off is going to be won by Canandaigua. Now up 7-1 in the face-off category. 10-10 left to play here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Canandaigua Record Exchange, 170 Mill Street. We'll talk more about them as time allows. But I want to thank John Cooley and Canandaigua Record Exchange for joining the family, one of our new sponsors here. We've got several of them. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the family. McKenna goes over to Grant on the left alley along the 30-yard line. Brings it down the slot, gets turned around, and that was I believe that's Giuseppe. Braden Giuseppe. Here's Grant on the near side. Grant's going to back it up. He's going to bring that defender number 23, Drew Pagano, the junior, with him. Now he's going to run down the slot, puts on the brakes at the 20, goes to Willoughby at the X. Willoughby comes up, gets turned away at the goal line extended, comes up to McKenna. That's a half a strike. That was Connor and McKenna together. Yeah, Tim gave me the business about calling him the wrong name, man. 850. Appreciate Tim McKenna Construction support here on Chosen Spot Radio. 8:40 left to play in the third. Canandaigua leading 4-1. Schroeder finally on the board with 10:29 left to play in the third. Game time right now, 7:55. Canandaigua putting on the pressure with Grant. Going to come back up top to Morgan. Little switcheroo as Giuseppe and Grant switch places. Morgan comes straight down, lets it go, and a nice stick save there by Burns. But the rebound comes out in front. Giuseppe pulled the trigger. And, man, I'll tell you what, Burns was just stone cold on that one. 2 passes, and they do clear the ball up to Tyler Gould. Let's see if Schroeder can close that gap. Trailing 4-1 with 7:40 left to play in the third. Boy, Giuseppe Gio let that one go. That was a laser. For the life of me, I'll never figure out how these guys and gals are able to just target that thing. Excuse me. Back up top. Oh, that was from way out. And Fayola didn't have a problem saving that one. That was from 20 yards out by Anthony DeRosa, trying to get his second goal of the season. He's got 1 goal, 5 assists for 6 points. So Mella is going to come back over here to Fayola, back over to Mella on the far side. Mella's going to get it across, retains possession, comes over to Elliott Morgan. Morgan over to the left alley. They're going to swing it down and around to behind over here now, over to Alvaney in the left alley via Willoughby. So Morgan, Galassi. Now Galassi is gonna go out, and in his place is going to be, that looks like Giuseppe. I'm not doing too bad on reading those jerseys. 6:20 left to play. Again, Canandaigua leading 4-1. 1-0 on the season after beating the Geneva Panthers 10-2 last Saturday right here at Braves Field, where we'll be back tomorrow when the ladies are in action against the Warriors. Grant puts on the brakes, right-hander taken by Morgan from the left-hand side, and a nice save there by Burns, but he's going to throw it away, trying to hit over the head of Anthony DeRosa, and he's just going to throw it away. So one of the first clearing mistakes that I have recalled thus far for Burns. Schroeder's been pretty solid on the clear. Not so much on that one, y'all. Over on the far side, in the left alley. Pulling out the binocs. Why not? Yep, it's Morgan. He's going up against the 5 spot of DeRosa. Works his way in. Lanes comes over to the right, over to Sheridan. Sheridan's he's somewhat of an imposing figure. Here's Willem. He comes up left-handed. Oh, and he tries to go backhanded. Tries to get the Tootsie Roll. Loses the handle. Defender picks it up. Tries to toss it back to Burns. Willem gets a piece of it, and it's going to end up being awarded to Schroeder. So they do get it across to DeRosa. DeRosa drew immediate attention by Lucas Black, the junior for Canandaigua. 4:45 left to play. Canandaigua up 4-1 with 4:45 left to play in the third. Presented by my dude Matt at the Motors. MattAtTheMotors.com, also on Facebook. Flip pass is going to come over here to Howman. Howman sitting on 6 goals. Does the face dodge against Reed Emerson. Passes it out front, but it's going to be picked out right from the air by the Canandaigua defense. Picked up by Platten. Platten is going to bring it across. Tries to, looking for a shot. Now loose out in front. It's going to be taken away by Schroeder. Now coming back the other way. Trail check by Platten. No good. Good job by the Warriors to battle through that. Boy, I'll tell you, man, they are. Mason Bolster, he was putting the sticks right to that dude. Now they pass it over. Howman with a long shot from 20 feet away, off on the side, trying to catch Fayola sleeping. Canandaigua boys lacrosse boosters. This time we'll go with 4 recycling. F-O-R-E, 4 recycling. Out there on Route 21, other side of Shortsville. And a nice save by Meat. Nice save by Fayola. I mean, that was almost just dead right in his face. Nate Schilling from close range. Tell you what, Fayola, he's just got no fear. The only problem is he just threw that one away. That's all right. Tried to go over to the far side, but was that Platten? Yeah. No, yeah. We're looking very forward to watching him play for Yale, one of the top teams in the country. Now, I'm pretty sure I see some yellow on the field, and in that situation, I'm thinking offsides or something. Yep, it's sitting right at the 40. That official is just sitting there waiting for Canandaigua to get possession. I'm going to think offsides in that situation. Greg, what do you think? 2:45. I mean, there was nothing physical. Nothing physical going on at the time, so I think we're just waiting on an offsides. We'll see. Schroeder's going to do the best they can to hold on to that thing because they know as soon as they lose it, they're going to lose a guy. I'd say for just 30 seconds, but you never know. Howman up to the slot, right-hander, and what a great save. What a great save by Meat. Meat! Man, I'll tell you what, Anthony DeRosa, he pulled the trigger on that bad boy. And here is the penalty. Didn't see what it was, but it stops the clock at 2:23. Stops the clock at 2:23.
22.
And it's going to go against Sheridan.
Must be offside.
Okay, it goes against Sheridan. It has to be. Oh, too many men on the field. Didn't even think of that one, dude. Second emo opportunity for the Warriors and trailing 4-1. You think they've got to do everything they can to get as many shots off as they can in this 30 seconds. In this situation, numbers. Just numbers. Now, obviously, you don't want to shoot from 30 yards out, but anything you can get anywhere near the island or inside, find a seam against what is basically tantamount to a zone defense, make it happen. Already down to just 10 seconds. And they're going to award the ball back to Schroeder after that shot. They were closest to it. Wasn't on frame, but definitely a shot. Oh, and a nice quick stick and a save. What a better save there by Fayola. This dude is coming up huge so far for Canandaigua. So get a little chippy in there, but I think the ball ended up in the crease. And I think that maybe Tyler Gould trying to go after it a little bit when he shouldn't have been. But anyway, it's all good because the ball ends up with Canandaigua. Fayola, I'm telling you, he's not standing on his head because he hasn't been facing enough shots to say that. But he sure is earning his keep here thus far. He's come up with a few really, really good saves. And another missed opportunity for Webster. Can't take advantage of the emo. They get it across Platten to Morgan to Grant. Almost tinkers to Evers to Chance-esque. You know what I'm saying? How many of you get that reference?
Yeah.
What team did they play for?
Cardinals?
Was it? Wasn't it the Cubs?
Could be.
I think it was the Cubs, Greg. 105 left to play. You know what? I bet you Chuck Morgan will call me up and tell me. I love that guy. Dude, he was busting my chops so bad when I messed up about where Elliott was going to school. I love it. 50 seconds left to play here in the third. Canandaigua putting on the pressure. 4-1. 4-1. You know what? You don't need to run the score up and win by 50. You just got to win by 1. It only takes that many. Canandaigua moving the ball around, got it in the island loose on the carpet, still hasn't been picked up, scrum, and looks like it's going to be picked up by Schroeder, but somebody going to the sin bin. Let's see if we can get a look. It's going to go against Webster. Oh, I missed his signal. It's going to go against Webster. Usually in that situation, when you got a scrum going on, somebody's going to come out with a slash.
Slasher.
Yep. Going to be a slash, and it's going to go against Schroeder's Drew Pagano. Canandaigua's first emo opportunity, extra man, and they have a minute. So 25 left to play here in the third quarter, brought to you by Canandaigua Record Exchange. I'll pass over onto the top to the right alley to Sheridan. Had a hard time handling it. Down to 5 seconds. Ball over here with Alvaney. And looks like they're going to be content to just let time run out. And time does expire here on the third quarter with Canandaigua taking a 4-1 lead into the break. All right, welcome back, fans. Waiting on that. Missed the call. Drew Willamy, I believe, right? Wasn't that Willamy? Yeah, Drew Willamy is going to take advantage of the extra man opportunity, and they are going to end the run of Schroeder at just 1. So that's Willamy's second, his 4th point on the day when you combine those 2 scores with his 2 apples. So Drew Willamy is going to pick up number 5. Number 5 on the day, and face-off is going to be won by Schroeder. So Schroeder, let's see here. Schroeder is going to pick up just their second face-off win on the day. Fresh 12, Canandaigua leading 5-1. Canandaigua now shooting on the northern end, defending the southern end, and vice versa for Schroeder, shooting on the southern end and defending the northern end. 11-11 left to play here in the final frame. Canandaigua up 5-1. Back on the air tomorrow. Here's a shot, and it's good from the left-hand side. I did not see who got that, Greg, at all. It looks like it's going to be Howman. I believe I heard Howman. 4 from 5. So Howman from DeRosa. Howman from DeRosa. Howman is going to pick up number 7 on the season, and that's going to come at 11:08. 11:08 to make it 5-2. So they got rid of the straight number. They put up a crooked number. And face-off is going to be won by Canandaigua. Canandaigua strong on the face-off X today. Struggled against Geneva, and I think if Geneva was able to take advantage of that, of their offensive opportunities, it would have been a different look than the 10-2 victory. They won last season against that same Geneva team, 12-3. Last time Schroeder beat Canandaigua, as I said, was in 2018. Elliot Morgan on the left-hand side. Nice slide defensively. Now he finds a slot, lets it go. I believe that was off the upright. Long rebound comes out to Jackson Grant right out at the 25, and he's going to back out. They're going to set things up. So Grant trying to use a screen by Morgan. Instead, it's going to go to Willoughby at the X. That's a long X, too. He's almost in the end zone. Comes up left-handed, passes out front. Gets it to Grant. Grant draws an immediate triple. Did you see that, Greg? Immediately drew a triple team. So word's out. Oh, look at Morgan making room for himself. Rebound is going to come out to Grant. He's going to pull the trigger, and it's going to go high. And it's going to go all the way back to the fence. And Willoughby is back there, the freshman. Willoughby at the top of the Kicks on Main player of the game watch list with 9:35 left to play, and Canandaigua up 5-2. Schroeder unable to string together 2 consecutive goals all night. Canandaigua doing a great job on ball possession. Morgan draws an immediate double that leaves Giuseppe open, who goes over to Grant. Grant pulls the trigger from right by the hash marks, football hash marks, at the 20, but it goes wide left. But back there to retain possession for Canandaigua once again is Willoughby. Called his name, believe I gave him Kicks on Main player of the game during a couple JV outings called last season. Trust me, the future, the present and the future of Canandaigua lacrosse is just fine. Here's Morgan, runner, left-handed, left-hand side. They're going to be tough to get every time. There isn't a lot of opportunity there because the goalie's going to be hugging this side. It's going to be hugging this half. And when you go with the same hand that's on that side, you're shooting into the goalie. You're not going to get a real good look at that open space. Now wrapping around to take a runner is Alvaney. And Alvaney can't hit the right-hander, so it goes out of bounds on the far side. But Willoughby once again there to pick that up. So Willoughby covering up where Mark Bellis used to play, where Devin Andrews would play, hugging that GLE, you know what I'm saying. Ball up top, Morgan. Gets by, goes to Grant. Wow, what a fantastic job by Grant to climb the ladder, reach up one hand and pull that ball down. That was heading out of bounds, folks. And instead, Morgan is going to come down Main Street, 3-35. One more time for Canandaigua. So that's actually Elliot Morgan's first goal of the night. It's going to be his 4th of the season. So 4-1-4, and now here, loose ball off of the face-off all the way down into the Canandaigua end where Brady Camella is going to come up with it. So another face-off for the Braves. Just, oh boy, excuse me. Just 2 face-off wins in my estimation. Don't tell me Jeff's toes aren't cold. They have to be. They have to be. 7:35 left to play here in the final frame. Canandaigua up 6-2. And again, that was just good presence of mind, good tenacity. Just no give in this in the Canandaigua offense. So it's all take when you talk about the Canandaigua defense, but there's no give in the Canandaigua offense. Man, I like that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Sheridan. Hash marks on the far side. Now down the right alley. Going to swing it back up top, and it's going to end up with Gio right in the slot. Gio at the point, 6:50 left to go. Here's Galassi. He's going to ride down the right alley, and he's going to bring Stampone with him. Now down the right alley. GLE tried to pass it out in front, but knocked down there by Stampone. Scrum happening, and it is going to come up with Schroeder. Off to the races, and they are going to clear on the ground. Great ball movement, ball out front, long pole. Woo! I do believe Meat got a piece of that. I believe Meat deflected that. That was a very hard shot by the long pole. Still trying to get his number. He's off on the other side. All right, 23. 23 is Drew Pagano looking for his first goal of the season. And here comes Canandaigua in transition the other way, and they're going to get it one pass and bring it across with Jackson Grant. Very fleet of foot, Jackson Grant. That just means he's fast. And like the character says in The Longest Yard, he's so fast, he makes fast people look not fast. 5:45 left to play. Canandaigua up 6-2, looking to improve to 2-0 on the season and drop the Warriors down to 1-2. Grant walks it down along the numbers on the near side, the left alley. Brings Howman with him. And that is a task in and of itself. All right, I think that was an invert there, wasn't it, Greg? Yep. Here is Morgan, tries to come over to the left-hand side. Great job by one of the team leaders for Canandaigua, trying to involve as many people in the offense as possible. So it was a good feed. Just Sheridan was unable to handle it, but it comes out to Gio, and Giuseppe ends up getting mugged. He gets wrecked over here by Colton Eugene. No call, play on. I think if it was a little closer game, we might have seen a call there. And there is a flag. Now we see a call. Not sure what that is, but Howman tried to pass it down into the island, and clock will stop at 4:46. And nice job there by Howman to come over here and get the flag for the official. Going over there to take a knee is Gio. Gio's going over there to take a knee. So unnecessary roughness on Giuseppe. They put it on the wrong side of the clock. All right, so this one comes at 4:46. CA number 2. 4:46. So this is the third emo opportunity. And emo, in case you didn't know, it's just an anagram for extra man opportunity. Man up. Man up. You know, power play to speak in hockey. Nice job by the long pole to deflect that pass away. I believe that was Platten. And you know what, Platten walks around. Man, he's not a bully. He's not a bully, but he's bully-esque. Let's put it that way. He doesn't take any crap, and he is not afraid to get in the mix with anybody for any reason. No question about that. He's hard-nosed. Hard-nosed. No question about it. 4:15, 25 in the power play, in the emo for the Warriors, and coming up with it is going to be Canandaigua. Coming up with it is the Bulldog, Eric Platten, and just like that, Canandaigua is going to call a timeout with 4:08 left to play. Canandaigua boys lacrosse boosters, I'm down to Innovative Solutions. Innovative Solutions, Paris Kerwin, Patty's Place, Saga Marine, and Freedom Boat Club. So once again, Canandaigua boys lacrosse boosters want to thank all those sponsors for their ongoing support. Fans, we're going to be back on the air tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Same bat time, same spaz time, same spaz channel, 6:50 pregame. And you know what, fans? First couple games of the season, you're seeing people that you haven't seen in months, you haven't seen in a while. So you get down on the field, and you know, people. You just start talking with each other. You want to just walk by and give a fist bump, but it doesn't happen that way. Because, like I said, you know, like Greg said yesterday or the other day, Saturday, you're seeing people you haven't seen in a long time. So we're going to have to cut those conversations short so I can get back up here and do a little better pregame show. But anyway, 4:08 left to play here in the final frame. Canandaigua up 6-2. 23 seconds left in the emo for Webster Schroeder, trailing 6-2. I'll tell you what, though, man. For one reason or another, Canandaigua only with 6 goals with just over 4 minutes left to play. And I don't think it's from lack of opportunity, Greg. They just haven't been on frame. They've been letting a lot go on the run, letting a lot of wild stuff go out of the stick. But they definitely have kept the pressure on, and defensively, man, you got to give this Canandaigua defense a nod. All the way over here from Platten to Grant, cross field, caught in the air, and Jackson Grant is going to run it over into the box, and we have a flag, and I'm not sure what that is, man. A little bit of offside action coming, I think, and he's feeling a little bit of stress there. That I watch your stick, man. You know, I know you're on full tilt because you're upset and frustrated. Just don't do anything knuckleheaded. That's all. 3:33 left to play here in the final frame. Canandaigua looking to improve to 2-0. They head into a tough battle on Saturday against Baldwinsville. They're going to go to Baldwinsville, the JV and varsity, last I looked, as the ball goes out of bounds over on the far side. Canandaigua leading 6-2. I plan on being at that game, but I got to be honest with you, folks. My grandson's birthday party is at the same time. So, if I can find somebody to do that game for me, Greg, I will. Are you going to go and run camera? You do? Yeah.
No, I can't. Well, I'll be doing the huddle.
I don't know. I want to, fans. I'd love to do both the JV and varsity, but like I said, shot up top, nice save there by Burns. Burns comes up big on that one. Shot by Jackson Grant from the top. I believe it was Grant. It was either Grant or Morgan. Might have been Morgan. 2:45 left to play. And as I said, those two just remind me so much of each other. But looks like we're going to have a stoppage in play and a timeout with 2:44 left to play. You are listening to high school boys lacrosse. Canandaigua leading Webster Schroeder 6-2 with 2:44 left to play here on Chosen Spot Radio. Water break.
This water break brought to you by our friends the Pond Guys at Clearly Aquatics. Water gardens, fountains, ponds, and oh so much more. Let the Pond Guys at Clearly Aquatics transform your property. Call Sean and Dave at 585-657-7679 or check them out online at clearlyaquatics.com and see their full list of services. Fast, friendly, and courteous. Clearly Aquatics. Whitcomb Law Firm has been voted the best law firm of the Finger Lakes in 2020 and 2021. Residential and commercial real estate, landlord-tenant law, estate planning, and oh so much more. Check out the Whitcomb Law Firm website at whitcombfirm.com and see all of their areas of practice, rates, and members of the team. Give Dave Whitcomb and his staff a call at 585-412-6002 to see how they can put their experience to work for you. Office is conveniently located in Geneva at 33 Seneca Street and at 70 North Main in Canandaigua. Personal representation that focuses on the individual needs of each client and personalized attention to obtain the best possible outcome. Whitcomb Law Firm.
All right. Whitcomb Law Firm, one of the new sponsors here in the family for Canandaigua, joined on for Canandaigua football and is stuck around. I don't know, were they in football? I know they were in basketball, and then now here in the spring season, and shot, and another nice save there by Fayola. 2:05 left to play. Yeah, I think I've got who I'm going to give my kicks on Maine player of the game to. I've got to come up with a grinder. I got to come up with a Tim McKenna construction grinder. And Fayola, he won that accolade last game, grinding it out. They credit him with 6 saves. I swear he faced more shots than that. Here comes Schroeder in transition. Man, what a shot. And I'll tell you, it looked to me like Fayola did. It looked like Meat got a piece of that. Meat got a piece of that, I think. I'll tell you, this kid is not afraid to do what he's got to do to protect that nylon. Howman, he's going to bring Grant with him. Canandaigua up 6-2. Here's a shot. Man, I'll tell you, that did not have an angle, and I think that surprised everybody. But Howman is going to get one in for Schroeder at 1:34 left to play. Howman, his 8th. That's his 2nd tonight. And as I say, that comes at 1:34 and makes it 6-3. Makes it 6-3, cuts that gap just a little bit. And I've seen some crazy things happen. Crazy things. You never sit on any lead, no matter how big it is. Never sit on it. You know, that we do things like calling off the dogs and other things like that. But, whew, all right, a nice flip, and it is going to be won by Canandaigua. So Canandaigua does win the face-off battle there. And it does end up with Elliot Morgan. And Elliot Morgan is going to direct traffic and invert everybody up top. He's going to draw a lot of attention from, and some wax, from the 23 of Pagano. Trying to work some time off of that clock, and now he's going to draw the double team. They're going to put the pressure on. Let's see if he's able to find somebody open. Nobody up top or out in front. Well, Sheridan was kind of camped out on the island. Now Morgan is on the island. They pass it up top to Sheridan. Final minute of play, down to 45 seconds now. Canandaigua will improve to 2-0 and drop Webster Schroeder, the Warriors, to 1-2. Up next for Canandaigua, Beeville on Saturday. They don't have anything between now and Saturday, right? They play Beeville on Saturday. And we're going to be at as many of those games as we can. Go to ChosenSpaRadio.com and look up upcoming broadcasts. So they put it in the cross. They put it in the stick of Jackson Grant coming out of that timeout. He's going to run as much time as he can, and then he's going to come over and take the right hand over the shoulder runner, which is going to beat Burns. So Jackson Grant with his 2nd of the game. His 2nd to go along with his 2 apples. So that's his 5th of the season, and it comes with 21.3 left to play to make it 7-3. Little bit of insurance. Canandaigua, the only team that was able to take advantage of an emo opportunity. Look at Reed Emerson over here on the wing on the near side. 21.3 left to play. Canandaigua up 7-3. Face-off will be won by McCroby. So McCroby, a great job today. 5-7, 11-2. I've got 11-2 on the face-off. Sheridan going to bring it down. Time is going to expire. Canandaigua isn't going to look to get off another shot. It's going to win this thing 7-3. A lot of hard hitting going on out there. Sheridan pops right back up. Bada bing, bada boom. So Canandaigua is going to win this thing 7-3.